Thank you for joining me for yet another unboxing video. And today we have an expansion for Mutant Year Zero Zone Wars. It's Robots and Psionics, brought to you by Free League. Lead a band of mutant stalkers into the zone and fight others to scavenge artifacts from the ancients. Stake out your claim in the post-apocalyptic wasteland or die trying. Designed by Andy Chambers, Necromunda, Battlefleet Gothic, Warhammer Fantasy Battle, Drop Zone Commander with Thomas Harriston, Mutant Year Zero Alien RPG, Twilight 2000, Blade Runner RPG, Dragonbane. And the Free League Zone Wars is a fast and furious game of tabletop skirmishes set in the beloved Mutant Year Zero universe. This expansion set expands the game with 2 more factions, allowing up to 4 players in a multi-faction mayhem. This is not a complete game. The Zone Wars core set is required to play. Here are your components. Miniatures are delivered with a sun-drop coat of paint, which means you could play them right out of the box without having to paint them. This is brought to you by Free League and Heroic Signatures. For more information, go to freeleaguepublishing.com, and this was released in 2023. So, let us crack this bad boy open and see what kind of goodness we have on the inside. First thing I have to do is, with the blade, is take off the outer wrapping. Always do that off camera. This way, if I cut myself, no one needs to see that. Anyway, I picked this up on Facebook Marketplace back when I saw the original core box set for sale, and it's cheaper than buying it brand new. So I said, let me give it a shot. I've heard great things about this system, so I said I wanted to find out what it's all about, and here we are doing an unboxing for it. So again, we're doing Mutant Year Zero Zone Wars, Robots and Psionics, brought to you by Free League Press. Let's crack this bad boy open and see what kind of goodness we have on the inside. So right off the bat, we got a bunch of tokens, but as always, I'm going to start off with the rule sheet. So again, this is an expansion, so you do need the core box set to use this expansion. Mutant Year Zero Zone Wars, Robots and Psionics. This expansion for the Zone War miniature skirmish game set in Mutant Year Zero universe expands the game with 2 factions, a robotic Mechatron Hive and the Nova Cult Psionics. With these, you can now play 3 or 4 player games, turning the fun and mayhem up to a new level. This expansion includes 10 new detailed models, new terrain pieces, additional cards and tokens, and 5 new scenarios connected into an epic campaign. Follow the mutants, animals, and robots of the zone as they struggle to turn the rot-infested wasteland into a new dawn world, threatened by a new shadowy enemy that could be the end of all of them. The new factions are Nova Cult and Mechatron Hive. You got the components again. So we start right off. There's no rules in here to how to play the game. So if you want to learn how to play the game, pick up the core box set. Straight into it, we have Scenario 1, Monster Bonanza. All the scenarios will set up the same way. The prep, what you need. The cards, the terrain, the artifacts, you deploy your models, the fight, the monsters, the spoils, and ending the game. Moving on, we got Scenario 2, the Hydra Rises. Scenario 3, Escorting the Emperor. Always they give you a picture. Now this is the map that is included in the core box set right there. It has the 2 streets and the ruins on either side. Then we're going to go on to Scenario 5, the Final Showdown. So that's everything that's included in the, right here, everything that's included in the rulebook for the expansion. It's only 8 pages. Again, it's not really how to play the game. It's more scenarios more than anything else and a breakdown of what the components are. But we're going to take a look at those components right now. So another thing that comes in the box, we have some instructions of how to set up and create your cardboard terrain. So it's a high quality terrain. We're going to take a look at it in a minute, but at the same time, I just want to let you know that it is very, very good quality. If you checked out the previous unboxing that I posted prior to this with the core box set, you'll see that it's high quality and it's really does wonders for the game. You don't have to always go out and buy the most expensive terrain. Sometimes the cardboard terrain does just enough and is just good enough for you to play your game with. You don't need to go out and make these massive purchases. All right, so we got some other tokens here. We got a sniper bug. We got the Nova Cult. Got some death heads here. We got the Mechatron Hive. Got +1s here. Got the Hydra, Killer Trees. We got, well, it looks like a Y. It looks like a Y. Not sure what those are right there. Got a car, or some sort of vehicle, should I say? And then we flip it over. So you got the bloodied, the Hydra. Remember, the bloodied side is, this is its normal. When it gets wounded, all of a sudden you start putting your tokens on there. That tells you how wounded it is. Then you have sights on here, on the background here. And it goes from being a green to kind of being dead. So you got to figure out what that's all about there. And you got, again, your +1 marker. So there you go. That's your one sheet of tokens right there. And then you've got a sheet of, oh, you got another sheet here. Hold on. Before I bring that up, before I bring terrain out, let's take a look at these. Again, you have more of your biohazard symbols. You have your peace signs, and you have your hearts. So again, with the bloodied side, again, the heart token goes on there. They're nice thick components, obviously. And you would put it, if you flip this over real quick, once it goes bloodied, you put that on there. You know that you've got a wound on your character. And again, it's good that they're bloodied because I think it's good to have a differentiation on the card. This way, automatically flip the card over it. You know your character has been injured, and until they get themselves fixed up, it's not really going to help them out. Okay, so let's go on here. Okay, and the backs are the same as the front. Okay, and of course we have another stick for measuring for your distances. Again, short, medium, and long. On the other side, again, it's the short, medium, and long, and that's fantastic. It's always good to have multiple rulers when you are playing a game. This way you don't have to keep passing the ruler back and forth this time. At least you have 2 rulers in it. Okay, so we're gonna have the first piece of terrain. We're gonna pop this out real quick, just so you see it. Nice thick terrain. Get those little stands here. You put it right in between where the thing says there, and it fits right in there. Again, you know it's good cardboard because it pops right back into place. So it's nice thick cardboard. So let's take a look at this. And I see that you have some trees also available for you. As I said in the last video, you can always walk across the $2 tree. This is August, but you know, they already have Christmas supplies out there. You can buy some Christmas trees for $1.25 for mini trees. So I suggest if you want to put some 3D terrain in there as well, go buy some trees across you know, to where your local Dollar Tree is. For $1.25, you get like 3 or 4 trees. So that's another piece of terrain, and then we have some more cardboard terrain here with, it looks like a broken down school bus or train. No, it's a bus. Okay. And what's really cool, you've got the directions on how to put this all together. And that's something, one thing that's very good about having a cardboard terrain is that you put it together, especially when it's durable cardboard like this. You put it together, it fits, you know, you take it out, you play your game, you break it down, it fits right back in the box. It's not overly complex to put it together, and it wears well as long as you treat it right. And, you know, sometimes rather than having all the expensive terrain where you got to take it out of boxes and put it away, and it just takes one step away. So it's just, you know, you don't need to always go out and buy all the most expensive stuff. Sometimes these cardboard terrain works just as fine. Another thing you can do also, if you want to make it permanent, you could always take the pieces, glue them in, and of course get another piece of cardboard, glue it on top of that, throw some flock down, and you've got yourself a beautiful terrain piece if you don't want to take it apart and you want to just keep it together going forward. So there's some more of your terrain and the back side of it as well. If I showed you the back side to these, I'll show it back again real quick. Back of this one as well. All right, very cool, very cool. Liking all this. So again, you got your terrain, you got your instructions of how to put everything together. You got your tokens and your terrain pieces all on nice thick cardboard. And we also have the silica gel, as always. Remember, keep it, but don't eat it. We've got a nice plastic tray covering for the box as well. And what's always great is when you get new sets of dice. Again, not that I mind sharing dice, but sometimes it's very helpful to have multiple pairs of dice. So you've got 2 sets. They are game specific, so they can be only be used for this game. So all the dice in the bag are the same. So you have here, you have your 2, 3, 4, 5 are normal numbers. You have either an explosion. It looks like an explosion on 1. And you have your bio symbol, your nuclear symbol on number 6. Or radiation symbol on 6. So there you go. You have 4 dice of that are black and white. Very nice, high quality dice. Very good to look at as well. And then you have 6 yellow dice. And with the 6 yellow dice, you have, again, it's the 2, 3, 4, and 5 that are regular numbers. And here again, you have your nuclear sign and you have your biohazard sign on 1. So there you are. And again, you get 6 of those dice. Nice thick and good, very good feeling dice. And then we have 2 more decks of card. And as I said in the last video, and I'll repeat it again here, is the fact that when you get brand new games, a lot of them have so many decks of cards, and you're like, oh my God, there's a card for everything. Sometimes I like these games where they have, you know, a limited amount of cards. I'm more interested in playing and, you know, not having to focus on which cards go with what and have to have a card for everything. Now, sometimes simpler is better. So we have the starting gear for the new characters in the game. We have the module cards here. You have module. And you also have psionic mutations, and that is different than definitely different than the first core box set. The cards are a little bit different. There are only 3 different kinds instead of 4 different kinds. And here we have our artifacts, which are basically your weapons and stuff that you find around the battlefield. So let's take a look at it. You got a Maser pistol. Again, all the cards are set up identically the same way. Title, picture, what it does, and you have that 3 down there. Again, I'm not quite sure what those numbers mean there. Again, you go to your core rule book, it explains all that right there. It's either the value, how many shots it has, maybe what you need to roll for it to have an effect on someone. Not quite sure. You looked it up. You have a plasma rifle, a laser welder, a chainsaw, a diving helmet, a jerry can, fire extinguisher, TV set which is broken, a motorcycle, a wrench. Let's see what it says about the motorcycle. Doubles the move distance for a move and attack, charge and sprint, but movement must be horizontal and cannot pass any terrain. Okay, wrench. You got a lawnmower. It's a melee weapon. Bonus +3 for single use. I don't know if you're picking up and hitting somebody with it or if you're trying to run somebody over with it, but okay. You got a pizza cutter. You got a sink. Big headphones. Armchair. Bullhorn. Shower curtain. Keyboard. You got a toy gun, a necktie, and a yo-yo. So not everything may be that helpful for you when you find them. So there you go. That is your artifact deck, which goes with the blue, tokens that you have that we showed you when we first opened up the box. And you have the psionic mutation. So let's take a look at this. You've got Beastmaster. And again, you have to be facing forward to use this. The model moves up to medium distance and then inflicts damage equal to M points spent on any model in line of sight. Cover has no effect, but armor does. So this is your Beastmaster. All right, so all the cards again are set up the same way. It tells you the title, the direction. You have a picture here, and then the information about the card. So you got Beastmaster, Clairvoyance, Psionic Boost, Puppeteer, Parasite, Pathokinesis, Pyrokinesis, Telekinesis, telepathy, luminescence, electric, and magnetism. Stop 1 point of damage caused on the model by a ranged weapon attack per M point spent. So it stops bullets mid-air. That's awesome. So there you go. Then we have new cards. It says module. Again, these were not in the original Zone Wars, and it was mutations, not psionic abilities in the first one. So let's see what we got here. Again, they're set up the same way. Title, what it's used for, picture, and then the explanation of everything. So we got backup system. Looks like that's a shield there. Okay. When taken out, spend 1 M point to let the model be broken again instead. This module cannot be activated after the self-destruct module has been used. Okay, so once you blow it up, you can't bring it back. All right, so you go backup system, self-destruct, grenade launcher, repair unit, industrial saw, hollow flash, jetpack, tentacles, wire systems, energy pulse, pincers, and system override. The model moves up to a medium distance. Then a used action token for one another robot model in sight per M point. Spent is replaced into the cup. So there you go. Got that. So put this over to here. And last of the mini cards are the starting gear. And now, of course, on the front, it tells you exactly who it goes to. So Psycho, Scrappy, Wrecker, again, Psycho, Tula, Mark 14, Maxim, Scion, Plutonia, and Mecha King. So let's see what they get. They get Scrap Pistol. Again, all of them are set up the same way. Title, picture, what it does, and again, you gotta look up that icon in the core rulebook. I'll tell you exactly what that means down there. So you got a Scrap Pistol. You got another Scrap Pistol, Scrap Pistol, Scrap Pistol, Scrap Rifle, Flamethrower, club, and a club. I like the fact that they, of course, you could always look at the figures, but I always like the fact that they give you the picture of the person on there. In the first edition of Zombicide, you would get the starting gear, but you weren't exactly sure who gets what. I know you can make the choice, but at the same time, I like it better when they put the character's face on there. This way, when you pick it out of the box, boom, here's your cards, and you just get rolling. You know, it doesn't save that much time, but it saves time, and we're all looking to save time, especially when we have a limited amount of time to play various games. And as you guys know, I have so many just like you do. So the reality is we want to make sure that we maximize our play time versus setup time, which is always a complaint that people have when playing games, is the setup and breakdown time. Okay, now we have a large deck of cards, your regular set of cards that you have in the game. We have our zone cards, and you have your character cards. So put that to the side. We'll take a look at this first. So you got your zone cards. All the fronts or backs, depending on the way you're looking at it, are the same. So let's look at the front. Again, survival card, Acid Grass. Okay, pass. A chosen model moves medium distance in a random direction. Fail. Activating model moves medium distance in a random direction. Use the direction token to determine the random direction. Okay, all the cards are set up the same way. It tells you what kind of card it is, the title of the card, because you have picture, and then tells you if you pass with the dice, what happens, if you fail with the dice, what happens, and use the direction to determine the random direction. Okay, Psionic Butterflies, Trash Hawk, a Trigger, Sinkhole, Magnetic Field, Zone Tornado, Probability Field, Temperature Drop, Killer Tree, Zone Geyser, Centipede Snake, and a Sniper Bug. Let's take a look at the Sniper Bug. I saw we had a token for that guy. So again, it's a survival tactic. Ranged is 5, and it's got 1 health. Pass. Place the Sniper Bug at any location on the battlefield. It immediately makes a ranged attack with 5 base dice against the nearest non-broken model in sight at any range. Fail. Place the Sniper Bug token at a medium distance. In line of sight, it immediately makes a ranged attack with 5 base dice against the activating model. At the start of each round, the Sniper Bug will make a ranged attack against the nearest model in sight. It is killed after just 1 damage, hence it has the 1 damage right there. So it does not have a bloodied side to it. So there are your Sniper Bug cards, or I should say your zone cards. And then we have our character card. So we have All the cards are set up identically. You have a front and a back side. You have Bender. Now, up top right, you have your faction. Tells you your faction. Your character's name. Its stats. So ranged is 2. Melee is 5. Survival is 2. Health is 6. Starting gear. Module cards. Pincers. Random module. Okay, when you flip it over, he gets injured. Put the bloodied side up. Again, all the information pretty much remains the same. 2526, 2526. It just tells you your character's been bloodied. So you got Bender. So I'm going to show you the Bender figure at the same time. So there's Bender, and here's your Bender figure. Got the little claw going out there. Very cool. Very cool. And again, these are sun drops. So it means they have a little a wash on them, and they look great coming right out of the box. High detail, excellent. Again, the colors are different for each of the models, for each of the factions, so it's easy to tell which faction is which. And of course, you have the cards in front of it; they can tell you that as well. So there we have. Again, we have the robot, which is part of the Mechatron robots, and there's one of them, and that's Bender. There you go. So we got Bender. We're gonna put him out here, and then we've got the Mecha King. The Mecha King, again, cards all set up the same way, 4, 3, 3, 5, starting gear, module cards, and then the back is the bloodied version. And here's your figure. Really, really awesome sculpt. Really, really digging that one there. That is awesome. Now, again, these are probably 32 to 35 millimeter bases that we have here. The normal base that comes like with 40K model is a 25 or 28 base, so these are larger. These are more heroic and larger size figures. But I wanted to give you a scale one. This is a hero. Oh, this is a hero click that's about 25 mil, and there you go. So as you can tell, they're much more heroic and they're much larger. You know, they're bent over to much larger scale figure, and meatier, chunkier, all those things. So I just wanted to give you a little of a size reference right there. So there you go. Again, you got the Mecha King right there. So that's an awesome figure right there. Really liking that one. So far, he's my favorite in the series of games. You got Mark 14. Again, his range 5, 4, 2, 5, starting gear, module card, and a Megatron robot. On the other side is his bloodied side. So let's take a look where he's at. Here he is right here. Another awesome, awesome sculpt. Really, really digging that. That's really awesome. I think this is the faction I'm really going to go with. These guys are awesome. Okay, that's good. There's more, and that's Mark 14. Then we have not the home wrecker, but just the wrecker. His stats again, 4, 4, 2, 5. Again, he's a Megatron robot, and starting gear, module card, and on the back is all the same stats, but it's a bloodied card. So there it is. And here he is with the big treads on. Very, very cool. Looks like he is more of a hand-to-hand specialist than he would be having any kind of weapon. So that's cool too. So that's Wrecker. And the last one we have, it's not Scooby-Doo, it's Scrappy. We got Scrappy, again, another robot. Range is 3, 3, 2, 7. Starting gear, he's got a club, module cards, and of course, that's the bloodied side, and that's what he looks like. It's an awesome robot. So I believe this is the faction that I'm gonna go to war with right here. Really digging the sculpts on this one. I really enjoyed everything in the core box set, but these figures are really, really awesome. All right, that's cool. And there they are. Then we're going to move on to the next faction, which is the Nova Cult. So we have Plutonia. Again, Plutonia. Again, it says right up there, Nova Cult, title of the character, or the name of the character, and there's your picture of the character. And then their stat lines: ranged is 4, melee is 4, survival is 3, health is 4, starting gear is a scrap pistol, mutation cards is a puppeteer, and random psionic. And of course, it's the bloodied side on this side. So let's take a look. Where's Plutonia? There's Plutonia right there. Again, high detail figure. Really, really awesome sculpt. Okay, there we go. So we'll put her over there. And then we're going to take a look at the next one, which is Psion. Again, stats, starting gear, mutation, and the back is the bloodied. And there's your Psion. Can't remember right now. His face reminds me of a cartoon character. He always had pink robes on, and he had a brain stick like that. And I can't remember the name of the character. It was a DC character. Anyway, there you go. So there's Psion. That's who he reminds me of. Tula. We've got Tula, which seems, I don't think that's Tula. Let's see, is this Tula? That's Tula. Okay, Tula. Again, her stats, 5244. Starting gear, mutation card, and the back is the bloodied. And there's your Tula. Again, another great sculpt, highly detailed, really cool. Very, very cool. All right, so that's from the Nova Cult as well. And then we've got Maxim. And Maxim, again, we've got range 3, 3, 5, 4. Scrap pistol, mutation cards. And on the back side there, he's bloodied. And that's the figure right there. Very cool. Very cool. And we've got the last one. We've got Psycho, who's got it looks like a sniper rifle. So he's range 5, 4, 3, 3. Starting gear, scrap rifle, and a club. Mutation cards, clairvoyance, and random psionic. And then the bloodied side. And there's your character. Again, highly detailed, really cool. Guns are bent just a little bit. You could always throw that in some warm water and it'll straighten it right out. But the sun drop really brings all the details right to the forefront. Look great, don't even need to paint them. And that's what I love about that. So there you have it. That's everything that's included, and this concludes our unboxing of Mutant Zone Wars, Robots and Psionics, the expansion for Mutant Year Zero Zone Wars for the box set game. This again is an expansion, can only be used with the rule set from the core box set. Again, all this information can be found at freeleaguepublishing.com. And they have videos up there of how to play the game and everything else. But remember, you need a copy of the core book and you need some of the tokens to play and use this expansion. So as always, thank you so much for joining us for this unboxing video. It's truly appreciated. If you enjoyed it, you can give us a thumbs up and leave a comment below. You can also hit that subscribe button. This way you're kept up to date as to any time we release new content to the page. As always, thank you so much for joining us. Be safe, be well, enjoy the remainder of your day, and we'll catch you on the next unboxing video.